Can you explain to me now this one, madam, the hierarchy of England courts in England and India, that it, because I didn't had my tea,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm feeling sleepy because this will
Yeah,
encourage
yeah,
me
yeah.
the hierarchy of court.
All right. So see, we have two questions regarding hierarchy of courts in England as well as in India. So which one you want to study first?
Which one will come, madam? Means because you have a lot of experience.
Okay.
So
Fine. India one we will discuss because India you have some idea also, right? By now you know Supreme Court is topmost, right?
yes, ma'am.
So you can write that Supreme Court is like the apex or supreme, like like court or institution of judiciary that we have in India. It is located at New Delhi, right? Then we have under that we have High Court. It is like these courts, right? Provisions are mentioned in the Constitution, okay? And then for detailed provisions, we may have different legislations also. So you can write for all the different states, we should have one high court dedicated to one state. But sometimes, considering resources of the state or many other factors, it may not be possible that every single state is having their own high courts. So, in some cases, it is allowed that one high court can function for more than one state also. And right now, we have 25 different high courts in entire India, and there are which are functioning for 2 or more states also. Like we have High Court of Punjab and Haryana, which operates for Punjab, Haryana, and Chandigarh. We have High Court of Guwahati that operates for few of these states. Right, that much of explanation you can give. After that, you can write that for the lower courts, right? It's like basic structure is same, but otherwise it's same and all may slightly vary from state to state. Okay, but otherwise this is the basic structure. What is this structure? We have two divisions. All right. One is called as metropolitan areas and other is the remaining areas. What are the metropolitan areas that we have?
Metropolitan areas means it's developed city like Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata.
Yes, right.
These are
yeah. For metropolitan areas, division is a slightly different. For other areas, it is slightly different. Okay, so we have two basic division. One is for metropolitan areas where names are a little bit here and there different. For other areas, they may be here and there little bit different. Now, in both metropolitan areas and other areas, we have two main divisions, civil and criminal. Other areas, civil and criminal. Right? What is civil and criminal?
Civil means, madam, about the properties. The criminal means the offences.
Criminal means offences, right? What is considered as violation of a certain statute. Civil may be property, civil may be violation of a contract, some tort also, right? Nuisance and all that stuff. It may be marriage, divorce, child custody, inheritance. It may be lot many things. Okay. Both in metropolitan areas and other areas, we have divisions based on civil as well as criminal. Here also civil and criminal. After that, names are little bit different. So in civil, we have city civil court, and below that we have courts of smaller causes. For criminal, sessions court is the highest. Below that we have chief metropolitan court and metropolitan magistrate court. Now, if you have not heard these names previously, it may be a little difficult to remember all of these names. So what I suggest you is that you can just write about it. Okay, then in civil what happens, we have city civil court and smaller causes court. For criminal we have sessions court and magistrate court. Also you can write, even if you do not remember chief metropolitan magistrate court, metropolitan magistrate court, that's completely fine. You can simply write we have sessions court and magistrate courts, like that also you can. All right, writing is basically important. Then other areas what we have is district court, senior civil judges court, principal junior civil judge court. These are the three divisions we For criminal, again, just like this, we have sessions court here also, but here we have judicial magistrate first class, judicial magistrate second class. All right. So
Okay, ma'am.
you can simply remember this particular diagram, and even if you draw this diagram, right, it will make it more presentable. You can simply draw, there is Supreme Court, below that we have High Court. Then we have two divisions, metropolitan area,
Metropolitan and
where we
other
have
areas.
civil court and criminal court, here also civil and criminal, right? This much remember. After that, even if you cannot remember all this stuff, it is completely fine. You can give one explanation, because only making the drawing is not enough, right? You need to give some explanation.
Explanation.
So, explanation what we have. Okay, so you can
Okay, ma'am.
that. See, never think that, okay, fine, this question is there, I don't know much to write here, what do I write? Some basic so you can write always. Why are courts important? What is it? Those so you can write in your intro, and you can just, you know, like stretch your question, answer a little bit. So you can write that. Courts are a primary part of legal process in any country. You can write that courts are the primary institution that sees all the rules and regulations are being followed and other stuff. But different courts in a country have different jurisdiction or powers. That means they are not at the same level. Some courts have power to ask for compensation. Some court can give punishment up to 3 years, up to 7 years. Some courts can give death penalty. Some courts would have, right? There are different powers and different jurisdictions that these courts are having, right? Based the same, there are different hierarchy of courts. That means if a property dispute between you and me, you simply cannot run to Supreme Court. You will have to go to the lower court, right? So depending who is having power to deal with that particular matter, we need to approach the concerned court, right? So those.
So we have to go to city civil court if we are in this one, what you call metropolitan. Otherwise, I have to go for a district court.
Yeah, but again, there are different jurisdictions that court are having. Otherwise, you need to go to that city civil court only. But for Bombay, what happens? Bombay High Court deals with those matters also. So if you are from Bombay, it depends on you. If you want, you go to that city civil court, and from there you know, like slightly you go to higher court, or you can directly go before High Court also. So High Court, Bombay, Madras, and Kolkata, right? They have like jurisdiction to deal with these small matters also. So their jurisdiction is slightly different. All right. So basically, courts' jurisdiction powers would slightly differ from state to state, but this is like the basic structure that I have given. Okay, that you can. After writing intro, you can write about each of these courts. You can write what is Supreme Court. It is the supreme judicial body in India. It's the highest court under Constitution of India. Decisions given by Supreme Court are binding on all the courts in India, and it is located in New Delhi. See, this sentence I have taken from precedent, right? But it is fitting well in this answer also, right? Like that, whatever you know, you just try to fit in everything in your answers. Then you can write about High Court. High Court is like the second category of court that we have in India. We have 25 High Courts as of now. Generally, each state should have one High Court, but in some cases, one High Court may function for more than one state also. Examples are Guwahati High Court and High Court of Punjab and Haryana. After that, what I have done, see, metropolitan areas and other areas. You can give two separate headings also. You can write metropolitan areas, then write this. Then again, other areas also you can write, just to stretch your answer. Hierarchy of courts and their names slightly vary considering whether it's a metropolitan area or other area. Division of lower courts is mainly based on civil and criminal division. All these courts come under specific high courts of the state. After that, you can write that all these lower courts that we have in a state, right? High Court would monitor them. Whatever support is needed, everything High Court only would do. If some vacancy is there in all those lower courts, right? High Court would conduct appointments, interviews and everything. Whatever needed, basically it is coming under High Court. All right, High Court would look after all these small courts which we are having. Those things also you can write. Then you can also write that civil and criminal are like two major categories or divisions of crime that we have, crime or wrongs that we have in India. So based on that, accordingly they are being divided, so that they can limit themselves with that specific area only, right? If you are overburdened with civil cases also, criminal cases also, it would be like too much complicated. That's why we have this clear division, right? Like that for other areas also, simply you can write, and whatever court's name you remember, right, those you can mention. That for criminal we have sessions court and we have magistrate courts. Here we have this court, right? Accordingly you can write whatever 2-3 names you remember. Those things you can write in this particular point, right? Metropolitan areas and other areas. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then you can finally conclude that division of court in different hierarchy helps to ensure that courts are not overburdened with work. It also ensures that aggrieved party has enough legal recourse in case they are not satisfied with decision of lower court. If all the courts were there, but all courts were at the same level, then what will happen? If you are not happy with a decision, you don't have any other option. You need to
Correct, ma'am.
decision only. But now, because we have hierarchy, you can go one by one to the topmost Supreme Court, and then finally maybe you would be satisfied. If you are not satisfied, means okay, fine. Everyone has given decision against you, means maybe you were only wrong, right? At least you would have that satisfaction that I have tried all these different ways of getting a proper decision, right? That thing you can write, like why hierarchy is important, right?
Okay, ma'am.
So whatever question, right, try to you can try to give your own opinion also in conclusion part, right? Why is it good? Why is it bad? That thing also you can write. Is it clear?
Clear, ma'am.
All right. So just try to remember this particular chart or diagram until this much, that whatever 1-2 courts name you remember, that thing you can write, and after that like do it, because this part I think you would anyways be able to explain only, right? It's easy. Just remembering the thing is what you need to do. And wherever you can, right, try to draw these kind of diagrams. It just makes the answer sheet look a little more presentable.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so for High Court, for this, right, hierarchy of courts in England, it's a little bit different, but because you have already studied Indian thing, right, it will not be that difficult also. So we will do that in the next class, okay?